welcome to another MazPlay video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with Enshrouded. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're jumping back in here. Where we last left off, we had just made our way through the mist in the game of Enshrouded. The mist is where all the bad guys kind of come out. And you have like a little countdown where you actually have to get out of the mist before you start taking some damage there. So as you can see, the character is still half dressed because I haven't really unlocked any new outfits or anything yet. We got a couple pieces of raw meat here. We're going to go ahead and cook those up so we can get some food buffs. Always want to try to get at least 1 or 2 buffs on me. I think you can have up to 3, but you don't necessarily need to eat in this game, but it is similar to other games, kind of like Icarus and other style games where eating is more focused on giving you buffs rather than actually keeping you alive. So we're gonna go ahead and cook up some of this raw wolf meat, and from there we're gonna continue to do a little bit of exploration. Now we already got our footprint for our base camp set up, and we got the shrine down, and now what we need to do is just go ahead and get enough materials to actually build a tower. We also have a side mission to find another one of the, I guess you could say, the people that are in hibernation, kind of like how your character was, so that you can actually start having some craftsmen at your village. So after I get some things cooked up here, we're going to continue on our way. Okay, so it looks like we made it to our destination. We traveled through the Shroud, and now this is one of the camps held by some marauder-like guys, and in here they're guarding one of the people that we need to rescue and wake up. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of these marauder guys, do a lot of dodging so that they really don't hit us too much. Fortunately, this game gives you a lot of opportunities to dodge attacks. So with me playing with a ranged weapon like this wand, that's going to make it a little bit easier on the combat style. But if you want to do more hand-to-hand combat, then you probably want to do kind of an axe and shield or sword and shield, maybe even some daggers. So I myself prefer ranged weapons, so I'm going to be doing a lot of wand work and a lot of bow and arrow type work, and also staff work once I unlock some staffs. So just a message here that you can hide in the bushes, so that helps out, especially when you're outnumbered, and you can probably get some sneak attacks in. Got a couple things in the cart. Now my bags are pretty full, so I have to actually start getting rid of some items that are pretty common to get, even though if I delete them I can just kind of find them in the world. And now we'll just kind of look through here. Again, I'm going to be a little bit more picky on what I'm picking up and start deleting some stuff in my inventory since it's pretty full. And fortunately, they got a giant anvil here, so we can actually repair our armor and weapons, so that helps out a lot too. Now, these barrels explode, so that's why they had the big orange kind of warning light on there, but they're great if you're trying to fight a bunch of bad guys and you can just kind of shoot an arrow or a fireball from range to get rid of them. All right, so that guy's gone. Now this is the area similar to the one that you were in when you first started the game, where you woke up kind of in like one of these giant cauldrons. And as you can see, there's a glowing one here. And here we go. We awaken Oswald Anders, the blacksmith. He's going to be available at your camp once you build an appropriate workstation for him, and he will be the one that will be crafting you some weapons and armor. Now I got some talent points here, as well as I'm going to take a look and see if I do actually have some talent points to spend. In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at some of the new things that have unlocked, like metal sheets at a forge. There's a couple pieces of armor and weapon that unlock. Now all the different craftsmen that you find will give you different weapons and armor that you can unlock that will really fit the types of items that you can craft for that craftsman. So for the blacksmith, it's going to be a lot of kind of metal type armor. Eventually you'll be able to unlock some other ones. As you can see, undiscovered survivors. You can see the silhouette of the different survivors you're going to find, but each of them bring kind of a unique item you can craft and a unique weapon and armor style, whether it's ranged, magical, mechanical, you have it. There's just a bunch of different survivors you can find and unlock. Now I have been fortunate to unlock majority of them in an earlier playthrough, but not all of them. So as we go through here on this one, we should be able to find them all and see what they offer us. So as you can see here, I'm pretty far away from my base. There's a couple question marks here of mystery items or treasures that I haven't discovered yet, so I can easily go to those and do those little side quests. I think they're usually markers for side quests or just some interesting points of interest you want to look at. Fortunately, as we set up our camps, we get like this eternal flame, which is the yellow diamond, and you can kind of use these yellow diamonds to fast travel back to your camp if you don't want to have to run all the way there. I'm going to explore the area a little bit more. I just marked one of the side quest question marks, and I'm going to take a look and see what's over there before I head back to the base. All right, so here we have the bridge that I ran under when I went into the shroud. You can cross it. You just have to get through all these marauders, and you have to have a certain tool to actually cross it, which I don't think I've unlocked yet, but I still will probably just kind of clear out some bad guys just to get the loot and some experience. But yeah, this is a shortcut to get over the shroud if you don't want to have to run through it, but you do have to have a certain tool to get through it. So as you can see by the message, that tool is a grappling hook. Now that is something that you will be able to unlock here eventually, just not this early in the game. So for now, what I'm going to do is probably just kind of crawl around here and see what kind of loot I can get on these levels. But I can only go so far at this point. I can climb up here, but at some point the gap is just going to be too big to jump over, and it will require me to have a grappling hook. So for now, we'll just loot whatever's up here and take it back with us to the camp. Okay, so at this point, there's really not much. I could crawl back up there to see, but I'm kind of high up. Let's see if maybe I can drop down there and survive the fall. I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it a shot. Nope, I couldn't. So, at any rate, you will take some big fall damage if you fall off the bridge, as you can see there. But the good thing is I respawned right back at my base camp, the Flame Shrine. Now that I've unlocked the craftsman, I actually can take the time to start building up my base. Now I like to go tower style. but I need certain resources in order to unlock that. What I'm going to do now is probably run back to my body and try to pick up whatever loot is still on the ground from where I died. So that means a trip into the mist. Okay, so even though I fell down to the mist, it looks like my loot in my body is still on the ledge where I dropped off and died. So I'm gonna go ahead and just crawl down here, pick up this loot, get all my stuff. Anything that I can't fit, I'm gonna make a decision on what I'm gonna scrap or get rid of, and so I can get everything else. But I did search the bottom level, there was no loot, so that's why I backtracked and came all the way over the bridge to get my loot. All right, so we made it to one of the question mark markers over here. Just checking my back for space here because I'm probably gonna have to make some space, but it looks like we got a mine of flintstone here. So I'm switching to my pickaxe and we're gonna go ahead and get as much flintstone as we can before our backs fill up, and then we're gonna head back out. Now the flintstone is useful for building certain buildings. You can also smelt it. But you can also find it deep underground, so the ground is pretty destructible. So whether you're using a pickaxe to mine regular ground or a shovel, you will eventually find some flintstone underneath the ground or in like kind of hollows or whatever. Matter of fact, there's a big flintstone deposit over by the main base camp area where I'm at now, but this is an actual dedicated mine for flint. So we're gonna go ahead and get what we can, and then we're gonna head back. All right, so I really like how as I do some mining, it really clears away the brick and the stone around the mine pillars, so that's pretty interesting. But I think at this point we're gonna go ahead and put a bookmark in the video. There's plenty of flint to come back to in our next playthrough, but we're going to continue to mine and get resources and start actually building a base. So at this point, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.